The NBA, the National Basketball Association, is, I think, one of the greatest sporting competitions in the world. When you think of the people who played there, less synonymous anywhere in the world. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, it goes on and on and on. And a couple of Aussie boys not only are playing there, but actually picked up the title this year with the San Antonio Spurs. And of course I talk about Mills and Aron Baynes. And we're lucky enough to have those two boys along with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in the studio. Boys, welcome. Great to have you here.
Cheers, fellas.
Good morning, guys.
How you going, lads? How you going? You still pinching yourself?
Yeah, still flying pretty high, you know, especially now that we've kicked off the Aussie Trophy Tour and we're bringing it down to all the fans down here that showed us great support throughout the finals and throughout the year.
Yeah, we've got the Larry O'Brien Trophy here, MG, and so boys, that's the authentic one. That's the one that we look and we see Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird holding aloft.
That's the one that's almost as tall as you, mate.
Actually, I think it's got me by an inch.
It's a massive trophy, but it's quite light.
Yeah.
You can actually pick it up, and I'm not sure if we want to give this back, boys, but obviously so much hard work has gone into it, and, you know, Paddy in particular, mate, how good was it?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling. I mean, we're 4 weeks out of Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and it's still hard to sink in, but definitely taking this trophy around should help that, but just to know that we're in the history books for, you know, the NBA.
Have you watched your three-pointers, all those clutch moments? Have you gone back and actually reviewed that, or do you just live that and forget about it now?
No, I've seen it to try and, again, help me sink in, you know, what had happened.
2 a.m. come back from the nightclub and just go, I'll just give it another look.
Because it wasn't just against any team, it was against the best player in the world, LeBron James, and he kind of he tried gallantly to beat you blokes on his own, but in the end he needed some help, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, no, he's the best player in the world, and you know, they were the back-to-back champions. They won it 2 years in a row, going for a three-peat, and I think that's what made it even special. And the fact that we lost the year before in the way that we did, just gave it, you know, more of a satisfaction, you know, this year.
To bring it back to our card, I suppose, the league a bit. Aaron was saying that he's always a back rower in Union when you played, were you?
Yeah, I was always running around in the second row there.
You're a monster. When you're listening at home, this bloke's got a duck when he comes in the studio.
Yeah, how tall are you?
6'10".
6'10".
I knew he was tall because I'm 6'6", and he's... Aaron, what's it like, when you go back to... It must be surreal when you go back to Cairns, you know, who's such a great, you know, working class North Queensland town, and you go there and you're NBA champion.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I always appreciate Cairns more now that I'm not actually living there, and I just see it. I make the most of it. But the people have been great there. You know, they showed great support, and actually I got to do a camp with a lot of the kids out there when I was just up there last week, and just showing the turnout from that. You know, I see the inspiration that is being created up there with basketball, and, you know, I'm loving it.
Paddy, proud Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander, mate, and we spoke to you.
He loves his Broncos.
We just spoke to you, the Broncos. Well, everyone's got their problems.
Benny Barber, don't you? Slightly taller Benny Barber.
Yeah, mate, we'll be there on Saturday, so hoping to catch the boys against the Warriors.
We spoke to you a couple of hours after you won, and you were on cloud 90. But you were talking about that moment which changed your life. 2000, Kathy Freeman.
Yeah, no question. That changed my life, and I really was determined and motivated because I saw an Indigenous proud woman that was so proud and so put so much hard work into, you know, her career, but the way she carried herself on the track and off the track really gave me a sense of that's what I wanted to do. And I gave it a crack at the 400 metres, but no good, so I thought I'd pick up the basketball instead and try it that way. But you know, very proud of my heritage, and glad I got the opportunity to do it on such a big stage.
Paddy, just before we go to just a quick break, I want to ask you, because the Indigenous population of Australia is one of the most ancient civilisations in the world, and it's renowned for that worldwide. How do Americans react to when you tell them you're Indigenous?
Well, first of all, they talk to me and they just assume that I'm a black American, you know, until they start hearing me talk, and then they think something's up with this. The next question follows is, oh, well, where are you from? And I'm from Australia. And then the next question is, oh, but are there black Australians in Australia? So
wow.
That's it's I wouldn't say it's ignorance. It's just a lack of knowledge,
lack of education,
lack of education, and that's why this is so great, because we got the opportunity to achieve this NBA championship, and for us to drape the flags over our shoulder, it just gives it a chance to put it on the map and show the world that, you know, this is Indigenous Australia.
Yeah.